to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Paul out there with Garland. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Towns in at the center position. And for Sacramento, Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. Monk is out there with Fox, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Over the last few seasons, the Kings have been near the bottom of the defensive rating. And, GA, that is a problem.
Yeah, I think they've tried to address that a little in the draft, taking Davion Mitchell back in 21, but it's been a consistent issue in Sacramento.
And Paul puts up a deep three. No good on the shot. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
And the more you see each other, the more contentious it gets. No bad blood between these teams right now, but that can change over the course of the season.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
Paul dishes the ball. Booker outside. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. It's a three-point game. Monk, no one around him, hands it from downtown.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Sabonis. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. The Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Paul passes the ball. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Wide open look here for Murray. Gets an open look and hits.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
There's Ball with the three. Again, Ball missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Towns for three. Drills it from outside.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Passes to Sabonis. Over Towns. And too long on the shot. The Suns have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Richard, teams love to have a big man like Sabonis who they can run their offense through, don't they?
Yeah, he's got triple-double potential every time he steps on the floor. Look, he gets on the glass. His passing is so perfect, and then he's a great presence down low. Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
Suns leading by 4. Here's Booker. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. Cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Fox is double. Sabonis finds Murray. Sacramento moving it around. And here's Barnes for 3. That shot missing. And Phoenix will come the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't sap their energy for this game.
That shot wide open.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Now Fox. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Good work there as it goes.
Getting good position as always. Sabonis going to town. Love his footwork in there.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Looking now at some numbers for Devin Booker.
For your 9-1-6 crew.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 7. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And here is Mitchell. After Mikal Bridges hitting the 3. And stolen by Cousins. Bridges with it. Picked up by Davis. Man showing some terrific range.
3 points.
Bridges has got 6 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Davis against Bridges. High post, Davis. 23 points for him the last game against Boston.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Mitchell passes to Holmes. Herter with it. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed. A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
It's Davis on the wing. Again, the miss by the Kings. Suns leading by 17. For 3, Bridges, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. To end the run, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Rose, that's good.
Willing to work the ball to his open teammate, Smith Jr. This is what leaders do best.
Holmes down low. Johnson's there. Holmes, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Sacramento with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. They set the pick. Davis with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. They get it again.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Bridges. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Bridges against Davis. Good work defensively by Johnson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Phoenix ahead, running away with it. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns. Still very early in the season here, but Team Greg beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talent. The rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Paul out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Smith in at the 1.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Monk, the pass to Sabonis. Murray against Paul. Sabonis, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Sabonis has got 6.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Bridges shot, good.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future. Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, DA.
It's the versatility and the unpredictability of what Sabonis does that makes him so hard to match up with, which is why he gets these easy tic-tac fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Towns, who's checked in for Cousins. Garland comes in for Bridges. And it's Ball in for Dennis Smith. Paul for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound. Paul's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far.
And guys, how about the scoring of De'Aaron Fox?
The scoring ability of Fox is off the charts, continuing to perfect his craft while also seeing his rebound numbers go up. That's how you become a reliable, complete guard in this league.
Now Barnes, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Count it. He's got 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Paul can't get that one to fall. The Kings trail by 21. Monk with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Sabonis, no good. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Booker, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Now here's Barnes. 11 points last game. Screen by Sabonis. Towns knocks it away.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker.
He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at those numbers, but really his main asset is being a playmaker.
Great handle, great vision. That's how he drops so many dimes.
Now here's Barnes. He has 5. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Barnes. The offensive rebound. Sabonis buries it down low. Sabonis has got 11 points.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Booker with a deep 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
And the 3 ball is good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic. And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Murray outside. Fox feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Ball. Monk kicks to Barnes. And the three off target. Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Phoenix calls timeout, and the Suns here with a different look. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Towns. Johnson comes in for Paul. Mikal Bridges checked in for Garland. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Devin Booker. Ball with the bucket.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
2 minutes remaining.
Mitchell passes to Herter.
2 minutes.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And Mitchell gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ball with the bucket.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
And here is Davis. Following LaMelo Ball's three. Basket counts.
The assist, TD.
Suns leading by 23. There's Rose with the three. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight. And Davis wide open. He shoots. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
For three, Mitchell. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got 13.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Mitchell with it. Bridges covering. And it's Davis missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now Mitchell, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. And Ball with the block. And he's able to get it back. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Suns. Sinks the triple.
Mikal Bridges.
Bridges has got a pair of triples in the second now for Phoenix.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. We'll see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Sacramento Kings.
I know teams love to rely on the three these days, but you got to know when to get away from it. They didn't, at least throughout the first half. Hopefully they'll make...
And now we turn our attention to the Western Conference standings here in the early going.
And taking a look at Sacramento, they've played below average basketball coming out the gates. They were hoping for more. They were talking a good game in the preseason, but they have not backed it up. Like you never back anything up, Ernie.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. Fox is out there with Malik Monk, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
You have to know your positioning and where the opposition is on the floor.
The shot by Monk is no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Good on the triple. Booker's got 13.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Here's Fox. Here's Sabonis. Lays it up and banks it in. 17 points in the game.
You have to know where Sabonis is. Really box him out. He's so good on the offensive glass.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Suns shooting their first foul shot of the night. Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. And as a player, is that something you enjoy, taking on that challenge of covering the screen roll game?
You only enjoy that challenge because you are a competitor and you want to win. Is it something that I'm doing on my own? Is it something that I'm doing in my spare time? Probably not. I can think of more fun things to do.
Exactly. It is not, and there are so many variations, right, of the screen roll that you can defend it as many ways as you can run it.
And these players are so talented that they can stop and pop from 3. You have to guard them at the half-court line. Before, you could guard them at the 3-point line. Now you got to meet them at half-court, and there's screens all over the place. It's miserable.
Here's Fox, and the rejection by Smith.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all. And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
It's good. Sabonis has got 19 points.
It has been Sabonis' night. The points have come from a number of different spots on the floor. And look, he's been relentless.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Monk kicks to Fox. Pass to Barnes. From deep. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Barnes. Outside for Murray. They get it back. Sabonis. And finally, that one's good. Sabonis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Murray. And for the Suns, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Paul. And it's Bridges in for Garland.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Metu comes in for Barnes. Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Monk. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Rose comes in for Booker. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns. Free throw good, Davis. You know, Richard, this is hard to believe, but the Kings haven't made the playoffs since 2006, which is the longest streak right now in the NBA.
And I remember them being 1 game away from playing us in the NBA Finals. So this has been surprising for everyone. Look, Sacramento, they have to prioritize winning because it just has not been working out. And their fans are amazing. They love some playoff basketball. Get those guys some playoff basketball.
And here is Holmes. The pass to Herter. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Cousins.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Mikal Bridges is second. The 4th spot held by Darius Garland.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percent.
That's true, but they can also fill it up from outside. This is a group that can score from anywhere on the floor.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Davis surveying the floor. Here's Herter. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's good from long range.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
Mitchell passes to Holmes. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Holmes got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the 2nd of 2 straight at home. Holmes can't get it to go in. The Suns shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Hits it from 3-point range.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And here's Davis for 3. The shot misses. Phoenix controlling this game. From deep 3-point range. And that one is off. For Sacramento, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
2nd personal foul. 3rd team. Sun substitution. LaMelo Ball.
Now here's Herter. Right wing. Here's Metu. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Suns ahead as they end the 3rd quarter on a 15-6 run. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Cousins on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. LaMelo Ball is out there with Martin. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Green. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. Mitchell with it, now guarded by Ball.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
From the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Tries from 10. That one a little long.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
He rifled that one in from distance. Ball's got 22.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Mitchell dishes the land. Here's Dozier. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Mitchell against Ball. From deep. Doesn't go that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And it's LaMelo Ball with the 3. He's got 25.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Mitchell wide open. From outside, off the mark.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Mitchell passes to Dozier. Len with a screen on Martin. Dozier kicks to Mitchell. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Richard, last season, a historically close race for the scoring title. And it came down to the wire between LeBron, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It was thrilling those last couple games.
It was beautiful. To me, it reminded me of 90s basketball when you had Shaq and you had David Robinson and Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon. And now bigger players, they're back. Size and strength is still valuable in today's game, and you love to see it.
The Suns have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Trains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
That's his 3rd 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
Fox passes to Dozier. Len with a screen on Martin. Len high post. Second shot opportunity. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Lyles no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
A floater, and there's the nice layup by Fox.
The teardrop from De'Aaron, a shot that perfectly suits his game.
Here's the 3, and again, Devin Booker for 3. Booker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
From deep 3-point range, another 3 for Phoenix.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Fox against Booker. Pass to Dozier. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
And the shot goes in.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
And here's Booker from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Booker's got 31 points.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Len dishes to Fox. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Green. Booker with a deep three. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Fox. Pass to Dozier. Len with a screen on Martin. Len high post. That one drops for him.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Dozier. And for the Kings, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Nobody near Barnes. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Well, Phoenix shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Booker, good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Phoenix.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LaMelo Ball.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Now Fox. Here's Murray. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
Sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got 43 points.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Fox, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Booker outside. From deep, it drops. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.